Have you ever heard of an experiment that was meant to change the world for the better, but went completely off the rails? Today, we re-diving into some of the most fascinating and bizarre scientific studies that started with noble intentions, but ended with shocking and sometimes hilarious results. First up, let's talk about the time scientists tried to teach dolphins to speak English. In the 1960s, neuroscientist John C. Lilly believed that dolphins were just as intelligent as humans and could learn our language if given the chance. He set up an elaborate flooded house where a researcher lived with a dolphin named Peter for several months. The goal was to create a bond and foster communication. But instead of learning English, the dolphin developed a very strong, and let's say, personal attachment to the research. The experiment didn't lead to any interspecies conversations, and it ended up raising more ethical questions than it answered. Next, imagine being paid to live in a bubble for 2 years. That's exactly what happened in the Biosphere 2 project. In 1991, 8 people sealed themselves inside a giant, self-sustaining glass dome in the Arizona desert. The idea was to see if we could create a habitable colony on another planet, like Mars. They had their own farm, ocean, and rainforest. What could go wrong? Well, almost everything. Oxygen levels plummeted, forcing them to pump it in from the outside. The crew couldn't grow enough food and were constantly hungry. Tensions ran so high that the 8 biospherians split into 2 warring factions that refused to speak to each other. It turned into more of a reality TV show than a serious scientific endeavor. And finally, how about the Stanford prison experiment? In 1971, psychologist Philip Zimbardo wanted to study the power of situations on human behavior. He recruited college students to play the roles of prisoners and guards in a mock prison. The experiment was supposed to last 2 weeks, but it was shut down after just 6 days. Why? Because the guards started to become genuinely cruel and abusive, and the prisoners showed signs of severe emotional distress. Zimbardo's experiment proved its point a little too well, that good people can do terrible things when put in the wrong environment. It's a chilling reminder of how easily our behavior can be influenced. These stories show us that the path of scientific discovery is often messy and unpredictable. While these experiments didn't exactly help humanity in the way they intended, they certainly taught us some valuable and sometimes unsettling lessons about ourselves and the world around us. What do you think is the most bizarre experiment you've ever heard of? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more strange stories from the world of science.